Whatever, bro.
So check this out. Biggest thing, we would like to say thank you to everyone that has supported us thus far on this journey. It's been amazing, from the crazy comments to the positive comments to the offline feedback. And as much love as y'all give us, we appreciate it. We are making things, we are changing things as we go. As you see, we've changed our intro, we've added descriptions, we've done things that try to make it more palpable to everyone and have a little bit of fun.
I think the biggest thing too
So,
is we shortened it.
and we've shortened it for some people.
Yeah.
Some people like it short. Some people they want to go for
Like,
it. Also, too, hey, the long form is on YouTube. So when you're on TikTok or Facebook or wherever you see it at, that's just a little short version, a little snippet of the longer version that we have on YouTube. We would love you to join our YouTube page. Once again, appreciate the love, appreciate the likes, appreciate the sharing and subscribing. What do you got to say, Stomp?
man, it's a journey. First and foremost, let me shout out the podcast that kind of, I guess, helped us with this journey, just kind of seeing it and just learning that you just got to do it. We've been talking about this for years, but shout out to the Heavyweight Podcast, my boy Stutter McFly and his crew. They had me on for episode, kind of let me see the background workings and all this. And it was just like, yo, you just got to do it. It's going to look ugly when it starts, and you're just going to progressively get better and keep going. So, and I actually ran into him a couple of days ago, and he's like, bro, just keep going. He's like, there's days you're not going to want to do it. And he's like, I've run into plenty of people, oh, where's your podcast? But they just gave up. So just keep going. And he said basically like those little miracles blessed, like they got blessed and they actually got to interview one of the actors that was in Coco, one of the voice actors in Coco, because his son goes to his son's school, and he just happened, like he said he was staring at this man for a year and was like, dude, why? And then he was in another movie, I think it was called The Accountant, and he's like, hey, are you? He's like, yeah, that's me. So he got to, like, little things like that, and they got blessed up. So that was their first like big feature on their podcast. So patient time. I appreciate everybody, the comments, the likes, all that stuff, man. Like it's cool, even the feedback that I get. And it's I'm gonna be honest, even the silent feedback we don't get does also tell us stuff too. So, but with all that being said, what time it is?
Tell us what time
Time.
it is there, bud. Tell us what
It's
time it is. A
time
little
for
backup song. Sir,
the
backup song.
freaking. That half was strong.
Parties in third grade and stuff like that. What my school did. My
cheeseburgers, 30 hot dogs, and a barrel.
Feels good to be here. Still got a lot of goals and stuff. I'm about to retire. I don't. It's not there, and I don't. Right now, I'm on the grind. You know what I mean? Grumpy Gills podcast, best up and coming podcast from two Brodies who have been talking about this for a minute. So let's jump into it, man. We're talking about faking it until you make it. What you got to speak on it, my boy? I'm
heard
like a
that.
cook.
Heard heard that saying all growing up, man. Fake it till you make it, and that's the hardest part. Now, as you get older in certain aspects of your life, you don't want to fake things, because what's the point? Well, what's the point of faking it? If you don't like something, cool, you don't like something. But are you willing to try it before you say you don't like it, right? And to go into certain spaces, and I'm not saying you have to fake it or not be yourself or be your true self. What I'm saying is, understand this. When you go into certain spaces, yes, you have to talk a certain way. You have to understand certain things to get people's attention. No matter where you are, where you're from, whatever you got to do. That's not you having to fake it. That is you trying to blend in with certain and different groups of people to get different experiences because people already see you a certain way. But to fake it and pretend that you're not something that you know you are, or it's gonna be hard on you. Eventually, it's gonna bleed out. It's gonna bleed over, and it's gonna freak people out sometimes. Or people gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you're fake for doing that."
I think I look at like I've heard the same term as you, right? But I think my like in my version of it, it's like you gotta fake it until you gotta fake it to me. It's basically like you gotta keep trying until you make it. How I seen it because my mom told me the same thing. Like you gotta fake it till you make it. And I was like, damn, what does that mean? And then I guess over my years of trying different things and get like you gotta sometimes and I guess what that entails is like sometimes you just gotta wake up and put on a smile even when you don't want to. And going through your try until you make it to where you want to be at. So in retrospect, I see both parts, right? Like, yeah, you can't really fake it to you because if it's not in your spirit, you don't feel like you got it, it's
Mhm.
gonna show, right? Your face, your expressions, everything you do, the action behind it is gonna show. But if it's like you know you're in the grind to be somewhere, then and you're it may suck, but this is gonna get you to where you
Yeah,
actually want to be at, then you gotta fake it till
110%.
you make it in the sense of like I just gotta wake up and keep smiling and until it happens type thing. So it's
And you,
go ahead. Sorry.
like I said, I agree with you to an extent on that. But a lot of times you got to feel those emotions because a lot of
Yeah.
people they feel that means fake it until you make it, push those emotions down until you get to that certain point, until you get to that pinnacle, to that peak. Like we talked in the last episode, sometimes you got to do side quests you don't want to do to get to be stronger on the main quest. So if you not expressing your emotions or saying what you need to say or getting off your chest, 110%, you're right. Every day you're not going to wake up with a smile on your face, but you got to grind because you got to take care of your family. Every day is not going to be a good day, but the way you handle situations is the way people are going to respond to you. Because if you go to work and then let Bobby, Jim, or Jamal kick you and be like, "Oh well, you didn't do this," knowing you did that, but they got in trouble because they didn't know what they were talking about. Because once again, you're the one that took over the project, you knew what you were doing, and X, Y, and Z, but they didn't get the praise that they were looking for, so they ride you to try to make you break because that's how they were brought up, right? That's the crazy part. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna check this person because I want to keep my job. And that's the problem right there. Faking it and keep letting people talk to you any type of way. And then one day you just go off and now you're the problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta check that situation in the moment, but there's a way to do
Yeah. I'm kind of petty, so I get my own ways back.
it.
I get it from my hey, I
That's
was talking to my mom about this. I said, if you want to talk about pettiness, mom, I got it from you because I've watched some of the things you did. So I know how to get people back in my own way where I'm just like, told you so, and I just keep moving on my life.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. It is in a sense, it is kind of an egregious thing to say, right? If you realistically think about it. But it it does play two parts in the grind of life. And I don't know if it's one of those phrases that'll actually ever go away. Like you
Yeah.
sometimes you might turn around, hey man, you gotta fake it till you make it, bro. Like I don't know what else to tell you. Like you gotta keep going. Like and if you really say you want this thing, then you gotta fucking, pull your britches up, tighten your belt, smile and keep pushing. Or if it's you really start feeling it and you're doing what you're doing, but it's you don't have that energy or the empowerment, to keep going because you really feel like it's not what you're supposed to be doing, then yeah, you can't fake it till you make it because it shows. It fucking
Yeah.
shows. You're
Yeah.
the embodiment of what you're trying to do is not, you're not making the motions, you're not making the moves, you're not mentally connected to what you know is good for you. So you just let it
It's
go and
gonna
it
eat away
maybe,
at you.
yeah, it's gonna eat you up. So you gotta let it go and keep moving forward. Like even I think a low key, honestly, bro. Like as long as I've been talking about having a clothing brand, like I think it ate at me for like 20 years. Like I said it, and I've been like always constantly in the back of my head, it's gonna happen. And now that it's here and it's like I faked it myself saying I didn't want to do like I kept putting it off to the back burner. And now that I'm here, I'm like, bro, like why didn't I just do this shit years ago and actually sit down and come up with a plan that maybe it was a sign of the times and we are in a different time now. It does make it a lot easier to create a brand. But 20 years ago when I said the shit, I didn't, it sounded good, but I didn't know how to go about it. But then other stuff happened and I went on another journey. I went on another side quest and joined the
Exactly.
Navy. I joined the Navy for 20 years. Well, 21 now, but so, but personally, it needed to happen. It needed to be part of my life. I needed that part of my journey to get me where I'm at today. So it's crazy. I might make a make it till you make it.
Ah.
I'm like, I mean, and it's funny too. The reason why we're talking about this. So when I made Chief in our what they are on our charge books, I forgot what our page number is, but we're supposed to have a list of the year we made it, the number, have it highlighted on that shit. Well, I have a picture of me saluting on the other page. So when you open the book, the two pages, so left side is the list of names and the people you made it with, and the right side is me saluting the rest towards the page. And then I drew an arrow from me saluting to my name, and from the top it says, "You gotta fake it till you make it." Boy, when this freaking salty ass Chiefs see, I can't believe it was going off. I was like, "You mad because it's the truth?" I was like, "I'm the only
Well,
one actually
once
in
again,
that."
yeah. But once again, a lot of them, that's not the truth for it. That's not what they believe.
Yeah.
It's like, to me personally, it's just one of those things where you're sitting back and you think about it through life, and you you put so many things off because I don't want to go through the scrutiny of this. I don't want to deal with all the problems of this. I'd rather not fake it because we talked about this, like going through certain experiences, why we don't do certain things anymore is because we had a bad experience from it, and it's just the way we went about it, and it didn't work out, and we don't want to go through that disappointment again. And it's pretty hard, like you said, to fake it sometimes and have that on your face or your body expression to be like, oh man, this is cool, this is great, this is fun. You can hear it in some people's voices sometimes, like, oh, this is amazing. And they're not having fun. They're not they're not enjoying what they wanted to do. And you can hear it in people who used to enjoy something, like those people who sing for fun and that are really great singers. There are really great singers out there who can sing better than some of the people that are signed.
No facts.
And
All the
some
songwriters are
way,
better singers. So.
yeah. And somewhere down the path, they found out that's not the path that they wanted to go because they're going to lose the enjoyment of it. That's like this whole path we're taking about being creative and expressing our own thoughts and ideas and opinions. Once again, this is an opinion based podcast. It's just for fun. And if you want to take some of the things seriously, you can. If not, that's on you. Once again, we implore you to do your own research. So, like I said, it's just one of those things. And you got your feelings hurt along the way, or you got told no, rejected so many times. But that's the process of being successful. That's literally the process of being successful. When you really truly believe you have a great idea and it's going to be something that works, is you're going to get told no, you're going to get rejected because everybody doesn't see the vision the way you see it. Until you run across that one person that can give you the backing and see the same vision that you see. That's why I enjoy shows like watching Shark Tank and stuff. They're amazing
Yeah.
because sometimes you got people sitting there, they see the same vision that you see, and they're willing to buy in on this and help you out and get you there. That's
Yeah.
like you and I. We see the same vision and where we want to go with this and what we're doing with this. We're not faking it. We're telling true stories. We're making jokes. We're laughing, and we're going through. We're enjoying it. We knew in the beginning when we wanted to start this, whenever COVID started, when we wanted to start this, and knew it was going to be hard. We were going through certain things. We had to take different paths. We had to take side quests. We had to take side
Fucking
quests to
side
just get
quest.
here. We just to get here to this point today. And even then, we still got things going on in our lives that kind of hinder us from talking about certain things, or it hinders us from, hey, yo, let's get on at this time. Let's do this. I have an idea for this. Like, let's do this with the hoodies. Let's do this with the shirts.
I'm,
And
I'm, I'm,
it's hard a lot of the time when we try to talk to some of our friends about it, and it's like, oh man, y'all doing great. Hey, do you mind going and support the XYZ? I see it when I see it, I do it when I do it. Okay, cool, appreciate it. Feelings not hurt because once again, everybody's not going to support you. Everybody's not meant to support you. The old saying used to go, there will be a stranger out in the world that will support you before your family or your friends.
bro, I can tell you right now, 100%. It's been very disheartening, but I've gotten over it. But it's been disheartening to see me do all this and people and friends and family like, oh yeah, I'll support, man. I'll get you some gear. I mean, I've had a handful of people, which I'm not tripping. At the end of the day, I'm enjoying the process of me just be able to make stuff, whatever. Yeah, all my shit's AI generated, but it's like it's dope in my opinion. I make fire shit, like, and I've learned how to use the generate. I can make patterns now, like, and like my brain is. But anyways, but it has been very disheartening, especially when I've seen other people who started their stuff and everybody like in the family was like, oh, I'm buying this, I'm buying that from you, and I was like, dang, bro, like I got no love, but it is what it is. Like I am mad, like you said, when you see all the terms that people talk about, like starting a business and all this other stuff, yeah, like you're not gonna get rich from your friends and family. You're gonna get rich from a stranger. So like
Mhm.
at the end of the day, for me, it's just like I just even love just making stuff for myself and making stuff for my family, like and like for the friends and family that have supported. Like I got one athlete and I got a couple other people who want something from the brand. So I'm like, yeah, I'll make you something. Like they want to support the brand, so I'm making them stuff. So, but it's it's crazy to see like once you start how much people. This is when you find out really when fake it until you make it. Like everybody says, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then it's like, oh, I'm about to add my hit. We out here thugging, thugging and thugging. What's up? Where you at? You said. So, and it don't happen. So then it's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna keep pushing and worry about what I want to do anyway because I got dreams to chase. I don't want. And that's another thing with this process. Going in the side quest, being in the military for 20 years, bro, like I 100% lost myself. Like I had to refine myself because I embedded my mind, body, and spirit into the Navy, and which is nothing wrong with that, but it was a part of me that needed to do that. But it also made me lose part of myself in the sense of like finding my true north again. And my true north is like I had to go back to what was fun for me as a kid. I used to love drawing, ride my bike, like, and I enjoyed being outside. And I had to find that adventurous part of me again that was creative, that was fun, and it's back now. And I love it. And now, like, I'm about to retire. I feel like it's gonna amplify more, hopefully. But I still have like I'm gonna say waves, right? I have waves of where I'm like, man, I don't feel like making nothing today. Like my brain's just like, nope, it's not there today. So I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna leave it alone. And it be like that. Like, but I have a random like sometimes I'll have like a random sporadic moment where like, oh, this is a dope idea. And I'll freaking write it down. And I'll fucking as I'm even though you tell me to do this, as I'm driving home, I'm making the idea. Like I'm talking to chat, but trying to get the design partially down. So that way if it's even if it's not perfect right away, I have that idea so I can go back when my my wave comes back and I'm like, all right, cool. Like, let me rework this. So, but in the sense of like faking it till you make it, it's never really gonna go away. You just you have to learn how to decipher what's true to you or not, right? Like, is this faking it till you make it gonna be true to you, or if it's not? Because if it's not, then you need to freaking find a different path or go on a side quest and maybe find that path where you can fake it till you make it in the sense of like you just gotta wake up and put that smile on their face. Just like I was telling somebody at the gym, like, man, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. I was like, cool, bro, I'm tired too, but if you keep bitching about it, is it really gonna help?
Yeah.
We
And
all
you
we
keep
all
saying,
we
yeah, go
all
ahead.
tired, bro. We all tired,
Yeah,
bro. Like, but some if you're mentally telling yourself, then you're always gonna be tired. Like you're always gonna be, man, I'm tired, like,
exactly.
bro. Like
Because
the
words have meaning, right? Words have
facts.
meaning, manifestation, all that. You constantly say the same thing over. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna make it. Oh,
Bro.
I'm tired. Yeah, you're always gonna be tired. You're gonna keep saying you're tired. Your body's gonna believe that at a certain point. No matter how much sleep you get, no matter how much time you get to yourself, no matter how much rest and relaxation you get, you're gonna always be like, oh man, I'm tired. Because you told yourself so long that you're tired,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Positivity
100%.
is a positivity is a true thing. And
Yeah,
don't get me wrong, you're not going to always be able to think positive, especially in certain situations and certain times. It's just the point. Sometimes you got to get up and be like, all right, cool. Hey, today may not be a good day, but I'm not going to let today find the whole year or the whole
yeah,
chapter of my life, right? Or the whole week. It might suck, but guess what? It's going to get better.
yeah.
That's what it really truly comes down to at the end of the day.
Uh, and you
And
know
that's the
that,
biggest thing I really want people to understand that yes, you might go through trials and tribulations or turmoil or hurricanes or weather the storm, but at the end of the day, one big thing is going to happen. That storm's going to end. That those trials and tribulations are going to end. That's what life is constantly. It's constant a test, and it sucks that life is a constant test, but it's always setting you up for something better at the end of it. And if you're going to let life beat you down. You're going to wonder why. And I know people have wondered this because I was in a cycle of this for a couple years of why does this keep happening to me? Why does this same thing keep happening to me? It's literally life trying to teach you and prepare you for the things that you've asked for, you prayed for, you wanted this. Oh, I want to be better. I want this rank. I want this. I want to make this money. I want to be rich. I want to be one of the best. Yeah, you're gonna go through the trouble. You're gonna go through the issue. They're gonna show you life's gonna, okay, here you go. How do you deal with this situation? How do you deal with that situation? How do you deal with somebody lying on you? How do you deal with somebody pushing your buttons? How do you deal with people stealing money from you? How do you deal with the people you thought were going to support you aren't supporting you? How do you deal with those situations? Do you keep going? Do you keep moving forward? Do you wake up? Like, I'm not saying you have to wake up every day with a smile on your face, but hey, wake up, get up, go be productive. Sometimes you got to do things for you. And then also too, sometimes if you have a family, you got to remember, hey, I'm doing this for my family because that's what matters at the end of the day.
but
I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this for the grind, and especially between me and you, you already know. Some days I just be like, man, I don't got it. Like, but hey, look, I'm I know I got a responsibility to you because we made a deal that we was gonna do this. So I got a responsibility to you. Even if we got to move the time, switch the day on recording and stuff like that, I will get
it's
up
still
early in the
gonna
morning
happen.
because yeah, I'm gonna get up early in the morning because we're in different time zones and do this and make
I
this happen.
100% think that like where we'd be at if we would actually started when we said we were gonna start it, but that's here nor there. What I can say is what I'm gonna tell you all is there is no perfect time to start. Just fuck it. If you're gonna say you're gonna do it, then fucking do it. And
Yeah,
that's
just
for
put that
even when
one
it came,
foot.
that's how it even it came down to this. It was finally just like, let's just fucking do it. We did a test episode. Well, I think we did like 2 or 3 test episodes, and then we just said, fuck, we ran our first episode.
Yeah,
Mind you, we only been going really since December of last year,
yeah,
right? So, and we're averaging, if you think about 2 to 3 followers a month, right? So That's good. And it's a marathon, not a race. But I can tell you this. I know
Yeah.
I have noticed in my social media feeds and the things that me and my boy are doing that it has sparked creativity in other friends and family in my social media and seeing things that they're doing. So it's good, right? Like I'm not hating against it. I'm not here, matter even fact that I'm gonna shout out to my cousin Jay Lex. He's got a short film coming out on his page. So it's good to see that. And I'm not saying we're the sole purpose of it, but you can people start seeing our shit and they're like, well, damn, if he's doing it, why can't I do it? Right? It just made that interest spark in
Yeah.
the head. Like, so I'm kudos, man. Hats off. My thing is go do your thing, man. Like you gotta find you gotta this is a giant fucking sea and you gotta find your own swim lane, right? So I feel like
Yes, sir.
we're in our own swim lane. This is something we've been talking about. Even with my clothing brand thing, the way I'm doing it is and want to incorporate people and how I really want it to eat at the end. I'm in my own swim lane. I ain't worried about it. I know it's gonna grow. Like that's how much confident because I know y'all don't even know half the ideas is probably going between his head, my head, and then the stuff we do individually on our own and wrote down like, all right, this would be dope. So, but in closing remarks, are you going to have to fake it till you make it at some point in time in your life? 100%. But as long as it makes sense in your mind, body, and spirit to do so. But if it don't, find something else to do. Find that, fake it till you make it position or thing that you want to do because you got to find your true north and know where you want to be at and have that vision and dream. And you could be struggling for 40 years and all of a sudden it's like, boom, you had your moment shines. So don't trip. Just keep going, keep doing it.
Mhm.
Your biggest thing I can shout, you just gotta do it. You just gotta do it. You just gotta stop, get out of your head and freaking do it. That's it. So
For me personally, you just gotta do it. I don't believe you have to fake it till you make it. You have to adapt to the situation, right? And that's not faking it. It is basically you getting up and putting your best foot forward and finding what your true goal is that you want to achieve. Finding your happiness. Like Happy Gilmore, when he was having bad days, he found his happy place. And even toward the end, when that original happy place wasn't working, he modified it and made it better to work to the situation. Trust me, in life, everything's not always going to be rainbows and flowers and sunshine. There's going to be some dark days, there's going to be some storms. It's just about how you deal with it. And trust me, we both can attest to this. We didn't deal with a lot of situations in the best of ways, but getting older, getting wiser, and learning, when certain situations come around now, it's like, all right, cool, let me take a step back and deal with this. Or if I got to deal with this a certain way. Because every reaction isn't always good. Every response in the moment won't be the greatest. Hindsight is always 2020. But guess what? In certain moments, you need to react. In other moments, you don't always need to react. You just sit there and look because some people, you never know what people are going through. They're probably having a bad day. And you're the first person that they ran into. Because 9 times out of 10, if you don't react to that person, they'll realize that I am the problem and let me go away. I apologize. I can't tell you how many times I've had that happen to me where somebody just came, went off on me, and then later on they was like, hey, yo, look, I want to apologize for what happened earlier. That's not me. Hey, you okay?
yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
And like I said, that's just one of my biggest things now, getting older and learning better. You don't gotta fake it till you make it because once again, you're gonna run into those situations where you faked it for so long, and then all it takes is that one needle that breaks the horse's back, and then next thing you know, you're just going wild.
Yep.
You know, so ain't nothing but love. So, question:
But
Would you rather? Would you rather be on a cruise where the plumbing is flooded and it's backed up? Or would you rather be on a cruise where the food has gone bad?
Where do we, how does this even relate? So, to be honest, I'd rather be on neither. Well, if
But you got to choose one. Got to choose one.
the plumbing,
You got
because
to
I
choose
can
them.
shit over, I can poop over the side. I can poop and piss over the side of shit.
That's okay. You got to choose the poop cruise, or you got to choose no
Hey,
food.
bro, I'm a sailor at the end of the day, bro. I poop over the side of the ship. I don't care. That might be free. That might be freeing. I mean, that bitch like what's that movie, like the Titanic, and just poop though. So there is a spot. I think it's Vietnam. There's a spot in Vietnam where you like the toilet is over a lake, and it's for fish that eat poop and piss. Like
All right.
I was like,
This went
we're quite
sideways really
interesting.
quickly.
We're quite
This went si-
interesting taking a poop at the bow of the ship and seeing a shark come up.
Nah, no. The only reason why I bring that up is because there was a documentary on Netflix talking about. I'm not going to quote which cruise it was. I'm not going to throw anybody's name out there because I don't remember which one it was. But there was a cruise that had the CSG backed up, and then the ship broke down.
Mm.
The plumbing backed up, then the ship broke down,
Mm.
and then they lost all the lights and stuff like that.
Sounds like a monster.
That's crazy. It's crazy you say that.
Uh,
It's crazy you say that. Man,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
man.
once again, folks, truly we love and we enjoy the support. We appreciate y'all. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Throw some comments out there. Don't get me wrong, we got some. If you don't see your comment, please let us know because we found some stuff out that I guess social media is deleting negative comments or whatever. We're not deleting comments. We are
Yeah.
deleting comments. I like to reply with
That's
positivity to those people and be like, thank you. Thank you
facts.
for those things. At the end of the day, hey, much love. We appreciate y'all for supporting us this far and continue to support us. If y'all have something y'all want us to talk about, once again, you have to remember certain things because of the jobs that we do. We can't talk about certain things at
Yeah.
this point in time. But if you have something we want to talk about or you want our opinion on something, hey, we're here, we're down, we'll look at it, we'll go through it. Hit us up on Instagram, hit us up on Facebook. Definitely go to the YouTube page, subscribe. Hey, click that notification button up there in the top right hand corner as you're looking at it, and you'll see the posts when they drop. We're getting better on dropping our little short form posts on social media as well. We're getting better on that. We've come to an agreement with our creativity and things and such. Much love, peace, and chicken grease. There we go, chicken grease.
We still in my shit. I love peace and chicken grease player.
He needs to go to bed. It's past his bedtime. He's old.